I'm going to teach you how to express doubt in ways you probably haven't thought of. And these specific ways have the potential to make you sound 100 times better than the average learner. In English, there are tons of ways. And believe me, they're important, especially when you have to deal with that one crazy friend who's always having those interesting ideas. Dylan and Candy from our toothache story give us some excellent ones to learn from. In fact, these specific examples represent 5 different approaches that you can use starting today. So let's break down the dialogue and see how we can level up our English speaking and handle our friend skillfully.
At this point, I highly doubt it's a cavity that just needs a filling. I highly doubt it's a cavity.
I highly doubt. I call this one the straightforward approach. I call it that because it literally has doubt in the phrase. You can't get more straightforward than that. The interesting thing about this phrase is that it takes things to another level. You don't just doubt something, you highly doubt it. For instance, your friend wants to jump a pond on their bike. I highly doubt you're gonna make it across. Or maybe they bought a bunch of NFT bunny art as an investment asset. I highly doubt you'll make your money back. As it is the straightforward approach, it's the most direct of the 5 approaches. While it's not rude among friends really, it's also not the most formal or super polite way like others in this list may be. But it's still great to tell your friend to take it easy on their first day of working out. I highly doubt you'll be able to walk after this. And even while we're being real and honest with our friend here, they still might not be listening. So it may be time to bring out the big guns. Emotions.
I wouldn't go to them for toothpaste, much less a filling. Much less a filling.
Much less. Sometimes the best thing to do is appeal to the heart with the emotional approach. The phrase much less is what you might call an emotionally charged phrase. That means it's easy to tell how you feel when you use it. For example, it might show your hesitancy to eat at a certain place. I wouldn't eat lettuce from that restaurant, much less a full dinner. Or your confidence in your skills. I could climb that whole mountain in an hour, much less this puny hill. Or perhaps fear for your life. I wouldn't trust you to drive me to the post office, much less to another state. The main thing to notice here is the contrast being emphasized. Post office versus another state, mountain versus hill, lettuce versus full dinner, and so on. Learning this little phrase alone can add a lot to your speaking skills. Okay, let's do a little exercise to practice what you've learned so far. Here's a picture. Pause the video here and make a sentence in the comments about it using the words I highly doubt. Put CS1A with your comment so everyone knows what it's for. Okay, here's another one. This time use the phrase much less and put CS1B with your comment. Let's see some emotional sentences in the comments. But maybe you're not the direct type who wants to use emotional or straightforward approaches. Maybe you're the subtle type.
You could have gone to any number of dental offices by now. Dental offices by now.
By now. This one I call the hint approach. It's great if you don't want to be so direct or if you want the option to be a little more polite. For instance, your friend drags you into a situation. Shouldn't the numbers have stopped counting down by now? Or perhaps they insist they don't need a map. I think we should have hit the interstate by now. As you can see, this phrase is a great way to hint that something isn't going right here and we should probably try something else. Don't be fooled though. Even though it's called the hint approach, which it is good for, it can also be used in a direct way. It all comes down to your tone. Just think, we would have gotten a call by now, versus, we would have gotten a call by now. Pretty useful, right? Speaking of useful, Something I find very useful is when people poke that like button. It helps me know when I'm doing something right. And it tells YouTube I'm doing something right too. So please poke away. But let's get back to it. And we need to focus because this next one is a little bit tricky.
I can't in good conscience let you fly over here to do a root canal when I'm not even fully certified yet. I can't in good conscience let you fly over here.
Can't in good conscience. This one is the intellectual approach. Intellect is related to thought and knowledge. So in this approach, we want to use our knowledge in order to reach our friend's logical side. With this phrase, we're explaining the logical reasons why we don't want to go along with something. For example, your friend wants to start a business offering imaginary friends to adults. I can't in good conscience invest in something so unrealistic. Of course, this is talking about your conscience or your moral standards, so the sentence needs to follow along with that idea. I can't in good conscience fill in the blank with some negative or crazy thing. I can't in good conscience buy a 5-year-old a $700 shoe. I can't in good conscience walk by this starving man. I can't in good conscience call him a liar. Or our wonderful friend wants to fly a junk airplane without having any mechanical or flying skills. I can't in good conscience help you do something so reckless. Needless to say, our friend is still following along with their brilliant plan. But don't worry, I have one more trick we can try. Our last ditch effort. I call it the let's not freak out approach.
What do you mean you're here? What do you mean you're here?
What do you mean, ... You already know the phrase, what do you mean? But you've probably not thought of the extended version. When you add on to the end of what do you mean, it adds a sense of urgency, a feeling of please tell me you're joking, a touch of this can't be happening, just a touch. Just listen to the difference between this, what do you mean, and this. What do you mean you left it? What do you mean you broke it? What do you mean it's on fire? Okay, shall we do a little more practice? Yes, I think we shall. Here's another picture to make a sentence about. Pick your favorite phrase from the video and make a descriptive sentence about it. Don't forget to put in the comments CS2. Here's my sentence. We've done it. We've covered all the essential parts of the story. Now let's watch it one more time and see how your comprehension of it has improved. Let's do it.
Hey Candy, what's up?
Dylan, this toothache is awful.
Okay, call a dentist?
You are a dentist.
In training and in Milwaukee. You're in New York. How is this supposed to work exactly?
Dentists here suck. I wouldn't go to them for toothpaste, much less a filling. I'd rather come to you. Can I?
Candy, first of all, you've had this massive toothache for 3 solid days. At this point, I highly doubt it's a cavity that just needs a filling. Second, you could have gone to any number of dental offices by now, outside of New York, for cheaper than traveling here.
But I trust you. Besides, you wouldn't say no to your baby sister, would you?
I can't in good conscience let you fly over here to do a root canal when I'm not even fully certified yet. I could get into trouble. Even worse, you could end up in more pain if something went wrong.
It's too late. I'm here.
What? What do you mean you're here?
I'm ready. Come to the living room. Don't worry. Everything's sterile.
What the heck? Candy?
Make sure to practice a lot with these, everybody. Show off your doubting prowess with these 5 approaches. And once you get a hang of them and you're able to use them in your daily speech, you're going to see your speaking skills and confidence increase a whole lot. After you feel like you've got them down, you can come along with me in the next video where we're going to practice everything from top to bottom in our practice video in the next part of the series. Click that right here. And if you need more practice with the key vocabulary words from the lesson story, check out the first video in the series here. Keep working hard, flyers, and I'll see you in the sky. Bye!